This lesson is going to be on scarcity. So our objectives today will be how can we make the best economic choices, explain why scarcity and choice are the basis of economics, and we're also going to understand that scarcity forces people to make choices. So our introduction, to understand why people have to make choices every day in their lives. So think about a choice you recently had to make, and why did you make the choice? Did you decide to do your homework instead of going out with friends? Did you decide to go to a movie instead of going out to eat? Going to the game, basketball game, or something like that? So why did you have to make those choices? Well, for one thing, probably didn't have the money to go both to the movie and out to eat. You chose to go out with your friends to have more fun than doing homework. But then also, if you didn't know your homework, you might not do as well on a quiz or a test. So resources are limited in this world. So we only have so many resources in this world. And once they're gone, they're gone. There isn't any more. So we really have to be efficient on what we're going to use in this world and make the best choices in order to do those. So in order to satisfy all of our needs and wants, we have to make choices every single day. So here's a picture of scarcity. So on the right hand side you'll see that all of our human wants are unlimited. Some of those things are needs, like we need food, shelter, clothing, and other things we need also have to have because we want them. Transportation, jewelry, knowledge, good health, entertainment, all those different kind of things. So we have unlimited wants and unlimited needs, but once again we only have limited resources in this world to satisfy those wants and needs. On the left hand side is those types of resources that are limited. Land, there's only so much land in the world. Labor, people working. Capital, buildings, and everything like that, such as housing. And businesses, entrepreneurship, people making things that people need, or making things better to help us in our everyday lives. But once again, all that is very limited, and once it's gone, it's gone. And time is also a very limited resource. So the combination of unlimited wants and limited resources combine to cause scarcity. Alright, look at this picture here, this drawing, and how does this represent scarcity? So I want you to look at it for a while and look at both sides, the left-hand side where they have the ear of corn, then they have another ear of corn that has some dark shaded areas around it, and it doesn't quite look as good as the one on the left-hand side. Then on the right-hand side we have different prices for corn, taco shells, ethanol, which is gas, chips, gas, stuff like that. Then on the bottom right is the same thing, but the prices have increased. So looking at the two examples there, the corn and then the things that are made from corn, what happened there? Why did the prices go up? What made those increase on there? So here's another example of scarcity. So think about if you had to make a choice about needing or receiving a kidney. So maybe you were in kidney failure, you had to go for dialysis all the time. Sometimes people have to do it 8 hours a day, every day. And you were on the transplant list to receive a kidney, but time is starting to run out for you. Your kidneys are getting worse and really starting to not work very well at all. So if you don't receive a kidney soon, you are sure to die. So how far would you go? Meaning making a choice to receive a kidney illegally, but knowing that it could save your life if you did make that choice, even though it was illegal. Below is a link for a video. You can either click on that, and if that doesn't work, then copy and paste the website. And if that doesn't even work very well, then you can also go on Canvas and click on the link that's titled Kidney Video. So after you've watched the video, then go to the Kidney Discussion Forum on Canvas and respond to what you think you might do if you were in that circumstance. then reply to at least one other person's response. You can agree with them, disagree, whatever. It's just a discussion in a forum to see what other people are thinking about, what their choice might be if they needed a kidney, and what they would do if they were in that type of a circumstance. Then your final homework will be find an example of something either in the past or today that shows scarcity was or is very much prevalent. So what types of things in the past or today are pretty scarce, that there's very limited amount of it, and write at least one paragraph about the thing that is scarce, and how or what decisions were made because the thing was scarce or had very limited resources of it. What type of decisions did people have to make? What types of choices did they have to make? What did they do, and how did they overcome it? Did they find another resource to improve it or replace it? So anything that you find in about a different something that was scarce in the past or even today. So you can do this on Google Docs, and then you can just submit it onto Canvas. So take your time on it. Look at what you're going to write about. What's it going to be, and make a good discussion on it. And like I said, when you respond to somebody else's, you're not making it sound like you are really disagreeing with them. You can disagree, but you can disagree respectfully. But you can also agree with them if you have the same knowledge or ways that you think that might be the exact same thing you would do. So good luck to you, and we'll talk more about scarcity in the world and the choices people have to make because of limited resources.